Move over, Plummy. It's late night, and now, a man who still misses poor Elvis, Dave.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program, folks. Oh, hey, hold it here. Thank you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dave Idib Letterman. The guy here from Turkey. There he is. This man is from Turkey. Your name is Murad Idib Kadar. Yeah, cute. Wanted to get this in early because we know you'll be falling asleep soon. Huh?
Wait to get my cousin's name. My sister.
Okay, no, seriously. You know, we only have an hour. And I have a few things I'd like to cover, but... Boy, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, thanks for tuning into the big show here tonight. Have you heard about this? There's like a landmark... What the hell is this? TV. We got a TV here in the living room.
Yes, you do.
There's a landmark court case taking place in Indiana, my home state. I'm from Indiana. Yes, that's what I think. Are you from Indiana, really? Okay, well, I'll speak very slowly then. The case is now, the Indiana Supreme Court is arguing that nude dancing in bars is not an art form. Nude bar dancing is not considered, in their eyes, to be an art form. Well, let me tell you something. Hold on. Hey, wait a minute. It is when I do it, all right? Getting a chest x-ray. Thank you. Well, this Persian Gulf thing, man, I don't know where this is going. French President Francois Mitterrand said today, in the event that last-minute negotiations do not work, do not prevent war, the French are now surrendering. What the hell is that? Why now? How would a thing like that even make sense, I'm saying to myself, in the global sense. And yesterday, of course, you know, Tariq Aziz met with James Baker in Geneva, and I guess it was a grueling 5 or a 6 hour session, and sadly, apparently no productive results. In fact, James Baker had a letter from George Bush, and he tried to give it to Mr. Aziz, and he refused. He refused the letter from George Bush. On the other hand, he took the letter from Ed McMahon. So why? No, I don't know. You know, I think tonight is going to be a pretty good show. Yes, sir. What do you think, Paul?
Shaping up to be that way, sir, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your little kiss-up answer there. Now, tonight, let's do a nice show, because last night was just a little too ugly.
What happened? What went wrong?
You know, it just crumbled. Well,
what went wrong?
Never mind. There's no point in going back.
Was it me last night, too?
No, it wasn't you at all, no. On the program tonight...
Let's get to the part of the show which I am now finding the most entertaining part.
What's that, Paul?
The part about who Morty had dinner with last night.
See, last night, well,
I love that.
Morty had a cold last night, so he didn't have dinner with anybody.
You didn't go out last night?
But you know what he was, I can't even tell you. Yeah, I got to tell you. Can I tell him what you were supposed to do?
What?
Sure did.
He was going to go out and ride around with firemen last night. That's true.
What does that mean?
Something to do with a merit badge. That's all I know. But he couldn't be, and last night we had that big ice storm. He couldn't do it last night because he's under the weather. How you doing tonight?
I'm feeling very, very
He's feeling
good.
very better. Very much better.
Very
Very
much
well,
better.
whatever the hell
He
said.
leads, really, the swing in his life.
You know what I like to say about Morty?
Yeah?
He's a guy on the go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Listen to this. Last night I get home in the middle of the night, and I live up there, and there's some woods near where I live.
Yes.
Well, you'll see one day when you come up to the house.
Yeah, I look forward to that day.
And out of the woods, I see like one deer, one small, one tinier deer, a younger deer, and then pretty soon I see...
running across your property.
No, not running, kind of walking up out of the woods.
Uh-huh.
And then pretty soon there's another deer, and they're both the same size, and then yet a third deer. So I have like 3 young deer in my backyard, and they're you know, smaller because now in comes 2 bigger deer. And I'm sitting out there and I'm watching this for about 20 minutes or so, and it's very quiet, and the deer are sort of nibbling around doing, you know, eating. I guess that's what they're doing, eating. No, they're playing miniature golf, Dave. That's... and before you know it, they see me, but they're used to me. They sense no fear from me. Because I had done this. This is what I had done, and they sensed right away no fear. sense no fear from me.
Uh-huh.
Before you know it, the big one comes right up close to me, kisses me right on the lips.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You tell a beautiful pastoral
And now I'm worried about the
scene.
Lyme disease because,
I'll
you know...
bet your word. Yeah.
People applauding a horrible
You
disease.
can't- Yeah.
Hal! Let's see, this is our director, Ernie. He wants to be called Ernie for 91.
Hal Ernie Gurney.
Yeah. Ernie, could you turn on the external camera for us, please? Okay. You folks have tuned in on a great night because tonight we're playing May We See Your Holiday Photos, Please. There we go. Hal, before we go in there to Fromex, world's largest chemical cheese corporation, before we go in there, let's go down, let's look in the restaurant there. Can we get down there? Boy, this is New York City at its finest. These people... No, where is the restaurant? Can anybody hear me? Okay, that's the shoe store. This will be an excellent little exercise. Hey, Paul, how about a little music here? Oh, here we go. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh, no, she's really fed up. Let's try and determine what they're eating. Yeah, all right. Oh, man, whatever it is, it's got blueberries in it. Okay, and can we see what she is eating? No, can we see? Nobody can. Oh, here we go. Turn around and see what. Oh, okay, she's finished. All right, well, nice to see you folks. I'll pay for dinner, all right? Okay, bye, all right. Now, Hal, look and see if you can you see our office building from there? It's awfully quiet, isn't it? There, is it way down there? That's 6th Avenue looking south. Can we see it or not? There's Radio City, 1 block north of us. So we should be the next building to the right. Right above the sign. No, I don't see it. Can you put the extender on there? All right, now get out the high-powered rifle. So we can or we can't see it? Well, it sounds like my office. Yeah, okay, all right, let's go back to the Fromex. I thought maybe we could see my actual office window and people waving there. All right, back into play. May we see your holiday photos, please? All right, back into the Fromex store so we can play May we see your holiday photos, please? Everything seems to be just... Okay, let's get right in the store. There we go. Hey, wait a minute, it's a holdup. Well, look, Paul, cowboys. Excuse me, sir. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Are you picking up photos?
Yeah, we are.
Do you have them with you?
Yes?
Yes.
Sure.
What is your name, sir?
My name's Ken.
Uh-huh. Ken?
Yes.
May we see your holiday photos, please? Okay. What is that, Ken?
This is Bart.
Uh-huh.
That's Bart in front of Manny's Guitar Shop.
Right.
Let's see.
And here we are in front of Anal Intruder.
Oh, all right. That's it. Wait a minute. No. Hold it. That's it. No. That's it. No. Oh, no. That's it. No. We're all... That's it. Hold it. Gee, I wish we had more time for 'em. May we see your holiday photos, but we're all out of time tonight. Well, that's just a piece of ugliness we did. They've ruined, May we see your holiday photos, please. Ernie, Hal, turn it on again, but don't let them know we're... Oh, no, just don't know. They're out. They've played. You guys have played. We're going to send you a savings bond. Now go home. All right, get them out of there. Are they gone, Hal?
We gotta get past them.
Oh, okay, fine. You let me know. Okay, we'll try. Oh, here, now, a lovely young woman there. How do you do? Hey, Yee. Hi, how are you? What is your name, please?
Hi, I'm Shelda.
Shelda, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
What do you do for a living, Shelda?
Well, that's in question right now. I'm a consultant.
Yeah, sure you are. Do you know Kenny the Cowboy?
No?
Oh, well, you're a lucky woman. Now, are you picking up photos?
Yes, we are.
All right, Shelda. May we see your holiday photos, please? Oh, brother, that last guy nearly ruined Oh, now see, this is, what is that? Before my diet. Who is that, Shelda?
That's our friend Lisa.
And Lisa's eating, looks like a Wolverine from here. What is, what has she got there?
Just the ribs from the Wolverine.
How much does she weigh?
I'd say about 120.
120. Well, she really, how tall is she?
About 5'7", so she's doing okay.
Well, that's not so bad. All right, so other photos?
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
There's another one
That was
here.
Lisa Paul before her diet. What a balloon. 120 pounds, Mike. Okay, who is this?
Who's that?
Steve.
Hey, who's that holding the photos? Sir, you might want to think about a decaffeinated coffee. Yeah, that's, all right. I tell you what, this has been the worst installment of May We See Your Holiday Photos ever. All right, let's see one more, and then we have to go. Some actual holiday photos here. No, let's see that one. You're kind of hiding that one. Let's see it. Ooh, well, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, let's take a look at that one. Could we see? Tilt up there.
Here's a good one.
Okay, let's see that. All right, who is that, Sheldon?
Here's the best one.
Oh, but you've made us all sick with that. Thank you. All right, kids, good luck, and thank you for playing. May we see your holiday photos. You know, Paul, when I said, oh, look, it's cowboys, I thought there was going to be trouble.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling there might be some trouble.
Cowboys are often trouble.
Let's do a commercial, and then we'll begin the big show, and we'll... His friend had come to New York for the holidays, and they went to some shows.
That's all. It took a few.
Probably couldn't get in to see Cats, so... Hal, turn on... Oh, let's do the top 10 and then turn on the... Hal, turn on the external camera just briefly. We won't talk to anybody. Let's... Oh, look at that. Look at that. What a woman's picking out shoes. Let's see if we can help her pick out shoes, Hal. Excuse me, ma'am. How do you do? I couldn't help but notice you're admiring the pumps. Would you please allow me to purchase for you a brand new pair of shoes?
Sure.
All right. You just go in the photo store and see the guy in the cowboy hat. Okay, thank you very much. All right, Hal, turn off the external camera. She was startled, wasn't she? The category tonight for the top 10 list, top 10 things Saddam Hussein has to do before January 15th. This now this is the deadline of the UN resolution, Security Council resolution, January 15th.
Yeah.
After this date, there may be military activity.
Yeah, so I
Not
guess...
necessarily a declaration of war,
Right.
but the earliest such action could transpire. Am I correct on that?
Is that the earliest that action could transpire?
I believe so. Not necessarily a declaration of war.
On the deadline date.
That's right.
I see. So I guess a guy like Saddam Hussein would have a few things to do before then.
Exactly, Paul. Once again, you have crystallized my thoughts eloquently. Here we go. Top 10 things Saddam Hussein has to do before January 15th. Number 10, call Jacoby and Myers about will. Number 9, get the best damn earplugs money can buy. Number 8, try the McRibs. They're for a limited time only. Number 7, week of appearances on the match game. Number 6, take some time to stop and smell the camels. Number 5, try to get the bat signal to work. Number 4, RSVP no to wedding invitation from Stacey Ellis and Michael Tierney of Duluth, Minnesota. Number 3, take New York City cab driver test. Sure, yeah, I'll get that out of the way. Number 2, shower. Number 1, the number 1 thing Saddam Hussein must do now before January 15th, fill out post office change of address card for hell. Distinguished journalist who provides commentary for the NBC Nightly News right here on NBC. Please welcome back to the program our old friend John Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year. How you doing?
Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. Before anything else, if you don't mind, I want to talk a little bit about your the operation you had.
Okay.
What was it? When was it? How do you feel now?
I feel all right now. It was open heart surgery.
Right.
It was a bypass operation.
How did you know you needed it?
because I began to get feeling of fatigue in both arms.
Right.
And
Any kind of tingling or numbness?
It seemed, I'd never had rheumatism, but I'd say it felt like rheumatic. And so I went to the doctor and said, can I get something for the pain? I was on a book tour. And he said, where does it hurt? And I said, in my arms. And he said, in both arms?
Right.
At the same time?
Right.
I said, right. And 5 minutes later, I was with the cardiologist.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, it's amazing that just from that little information, they can make that kind of a diagnosis.
The heart, I have learned a lot about this, is a terrific organ. And what it does is when it gets in trouble, it lets you know.
How so? Like what you're talking about there?
Little sensations here, and sometimes it's really incredibly subtle. The one that is the most subtle, apparently, is just a little kind of fibrillation right here. Just a little tingling.
Right.
And if you go to the doctor, and in my case, he would say in both chins, I suppose.
Hey, good one. That's pretty good, yeah.
But it can be just this little thing, and the heart is saying, I got a problem.
Right.
And so then you go in, and the doctor says, this is a really safe operation. And you say, well, how does it work? And he says, well, we cut you open with a buzz saw, and then we split you out like that, and we put your heart and lungs on a machine.
Oh, man.
And then the line that I'll remember forever is, and then he said, and after we do that, we warm you up and get you started again.
Ooh.
So I felt like a kind of 53 Chevy pickup truck.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're at a Jiffy Lube or something.
Yeah.
But how long does this thing last? This operation become very, very popular, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, they do it all over. I mean, hundreds of thousands.
Right, and this is saving lives daily. I mean...
It is. The hospitals like it because you're in and out quickly and you pay a lot of money.
Yeah. But the surgery itself, from the time you doze off to the time they're waking you up, how long are you out?
Oh, I suppose I was out for something like 6 hours or something like that, and I thought I was dead when I woke up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really did.
Oh, and
I was in this sort of, you know, hell is, or heaven, I figured it was hell because it looked like the inside of a public men's room.
Jesus, where did you have this surgery done,
It
John?
was a wonderful hospital, but it was tile, you see, and I was looking up, and then I realized I couldn't speak because they'd put a tube down, and I thought, well, I'm dead. This is what it's like being dead.
Ooh.
And
did that panic you? Was there a little wave of terror went through you?
It catches your attention.
Yeah. And then you come around, and then you start to feel better almost immediately, or does it take a while?
It takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through the fatigue is the thing that I was totally unprepared for. Here's how that works. You go home, and you're only in the hospital a week or so, and you come home, and you can't read. You're just exhausted. But you want to do something, so you watch Test Pattern on television.
Anything that's on, sure.
Snow.
Yeah.
You know. And so then I began watching programs, and somebody would come on and say, cavities are bad for America.
Right.
And floods of tears. I'd start to cry.
Yeah, I've heard
carry
that.
on.
You get depressed.
Have no defense against the world.
Now, is that because you have used up all of your resources kind of protecting yourself against this surgery and the recovery?
And the shock to your system is like being hit by that Chevy truck. And then the man comes on television and he says, let us repair your kitchen. And you say, oh, what a wonderful person. And, I mean, there's nothing between you and these messages.
It's all raw emotion on a very short
Absolutely.
string.
And I knew I was getting better when I began to resist the cavity commercial.
But you did have your kitchen redone, I understand.
Yes, I did. He was a wonderful fellow.
Let's see, we'll do a commercial and then we'll continue to visit here with John. Don't you think that a lot of people, a lot of adult males probably will go through that?
Well, you don't have to. If I had done the things that I'm doing now before 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have had this
You could have avoided it.
Yes, I think it was the extra orders of bacon with the cheeseburger that
probably
did it.
Yeah. I love the fried lard balls. That's my favorite. Now, I understand, I'm told, and if you don't have them, that's all right. You may have holiday photos to show us?
I just happened
May we see your holiday photos, please? Oh, wow. Here we go.
That's Venice, Italy.
As opposed to
Venice,
just
California.
another one. Yeah,
if you want.
California.
But
Wow.
and there it is. When Bob Benchley got to Venice back in the 20s, he sent
Is
the
it
New
Robert
Yorker,
Benchley?
Robert
Yeah.
Benchley. He sent a telegram back to New York saying, "Streets filled with water. Please advise."
And what's this other one here?
That's our daughter, Laura, and this.
Oh, you should have this one framed, John.
Yeah, this-
because...
the big fella there is her boyfriend. They joined us in Venice.
Really? That's your daughter?
That's my daughter. No, yeah.
Has she been identified positively? You can't see anything there.
That's a beautiful photograph.
Well, the light is lovely, but you know, it could be.
It captures the Venetian light.
You and your entire family
I
were
know
there?
what she looks like. I don't have.
All right, relax, relax.
You want to hear my other line about Venice?
Yes.
General Grant went to Venice back in the last century and said it would be all right if they drained it.
But it's one of the most romantic places in the world,
it's
isn't it?
terrific.
How long were you there?
We were there about 9 days, and we had 4 days of beautiful, clear weather,
Right.
and then the fog came in. And there are two kinds of fog. One is filled with sunlight, so that every little droplet in the air reflects the sun. And it's just golden and wonderful. And then real pea soupers, so everything slowed down on the canals. I love that place.
Yeah.
It's a terrific town.
Now, was this the first European Christmas that you and your family have enjoyed together?
Not really. The kids were born in Europe when I was a correspondent.
Oh, so this is just like a regular thing for them, huh?
Well, no, we could afford it then.
Yeah. And you can't afford it now?
Not any, no. I mean, the prices in Europe are unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but we decided, after I had my heart problem and I realized that I was alive, I thought, well, let's spend a little money. Let's
Sure, let's do it.
enjoy life.
Yeah,
Let's
good for
have
you.
fun. And that's why we went to Venice.
Yeah. All right. We've got like a half a minute now here. Give us your thoughts on what may or may not happen in Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait.
I still think he'll try to wriggle out of it at the last minute. He may feel that he wants to take some air bombardment for 24 hours to show how courageous he is down at the bottom of his bunker.
Right.
I think your advice that probably the best, shower.
Well, all right. Good to see you. Congratulations on your new health. Again, really jump on it, because let's really do this now.
Okay.
Because the first one we kind of, stumbled into it, and we know we got something now, so let's just, boom, we'll just really knock it out.
Really
when we get ready to play it.
Really hit
We're not
this
playing
thing
it now,
hard.
yeah, but just boom.
Okay.
Flatten it when you get right there on it.
Okay.
Also on the program here. Okay, we're in the, no, go back outside, Al. Back outside, just come in. Hi, ma'am, nice to see you. We'll be back in a second. Back out, get out of there. Just get out of the building. All right, Paul, I can't hear anything here. We have to do this properly. Okay, now, here we go. Now, it's once again time to play May We See Your Holiday Photos, Please. Scheduling rehearsal anymore. Guy with the CIA. Hey, tie up that raincoat thing if you're getting on a bus. All right, now let's get... yeah. Wonder what movie he's going to see. All right, now we go back into the film store. To play, Paul, there should be music here. No, just a little music. I was having trouble hearing your music. Yeah. Or to get us some rehearsal time next week, will you? How do you do, ma'am? What is your name, please?
I'm Amy Stilna.
Evie, you have a lovely face and a wonderful smile.
Thanks.
And a winning way. Evie, what do you do for a living?
I'm a student,
Where do you go to school?
University of Texas in Austin.
University of Texas in Austin? Is
Yeah.
that the main campus there?
Yes, it
Are
is.
these the Longhorns?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. Aren't you guys perennially on some kind of athletic probation?
Okay, so we lost the Cotton Bowl, but hey, we made it there.
Yeah, but I mean, last year, didn't your football team, weren't a bunch of guys arrested for shooting cheerleaders or something?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of another school. All right, it's time now to play May We See Your Holiday Photos, Please.
Okay, they're not holiday photos. That's,
What do you have there?
This is my mom. She was picking tomatoes this summer.
Wow.
And she...
What holiday was this exactly, Evie? It was Tomato Day. It's a very big holiday in Texas.
See, that's
I don't see any tomatoes. Is that a tomato there?
Yeah, that's a boy tomato because it has a little.
Oh, what is happening to the fabric of society? All right, Evie, keep going. What else do you have there?
This is my grandfather. And
What's his name?
Nat.
He looks like a great man. Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, what did he do for a living? Is he retired now?
Yeah, he's just retired to Florida now.
What did he used to do?
He he worked in fabric industry.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's not that exciting.
And now you get him picking tomatoes. Good for you.
Yeah, they're all That's him again.
Hey. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
My mother's leg.
You see, now we're getting somewhere. What? Well, that wasn't a Slim Fast ad, was it? That was like
And this
These
is
are pretty good, Evie.
Thanks a lot. Wait, my name's Amy.
What did she say her name? Amy. See,
Amy.
I can't hear anything. Once this becomes a TV station, we'll be able to iron these bugs out.
Wait, there's somewhere good.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for playing. May we see your holiday photo. The woman's name was Evie. Amy. Amy. You all heard it as Amy. I hear it as Evie. I don't know. What did you hear it as? You heard it as Evie?
Evie, yeah.
Was it two different women? Is that a possibility? Let's do a commercial, and we'll be back here with Joe Mantegna. Our next guest, most recent motion pictures are. Please welcome back to the program a gifted actor, Joe Mantegna. Joe! Joe, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. You know, I believe the first time you were on this program, you've been on this is your second time, isn't it? This was years and years ago, and you were appearing in Glengarry Glen Ross over there in Broadway.
Right.
And the thing was a smash. It was a big hit. And since then, not that you weren't successful at that time, but you have really become very, very popular as an actor, haven't you?
Things have gone very well.
Yeah, and you were in these two movies that were produced about the same time. Alice with Woody Allen.
Right, Alice and Godfather 3.
Yeah, now how was that possible from a production standpoint?
It was
Your
difficult.
personal time.
It was difficult because I was here doing Alice for a couple months.
Yeah.
Then I remember on a Friday night, you know, Woody shook my hand and said, well, you know, have a nice trip to Italy. And I got on a plane. The next day I went to Rome for a month, worked on Godfather, came back, worked on Woody's film for 2 more months, and then worked on Godfather.
And nothing, I'm guessing here, similar about the characters at all, is it?
No, no. Yeah, we both kill guys all day long.
See, that would have been something, wouldn't it?
Outside of that, they're very different.
Yeah, it would be The Godfather and the companion piece, Alice.
Right.
See, that's not a bad marketing deal.
Alice meets the Godfather.
Yeah, sure. Tell me about your relationship with Woody Allen first on this movie, Alice. You've known him for a long time, haven't you?
No, actually not. I mean, I met him for the first time.
Yeah, that would have been my second guess. Yeah.
But I mean, Woody's great. I mean, he's kind of a quiet, low-key kind of guy. I mean, I remember once, in fact, he was talking to his daughter on the set. She played a role in the film as Alice's daughter. And I remember he was talking to her in his Woody's dim, whatever that word is, way.
Yeah. Did you say dim-witted way? Brother.
No. Yeah, well, I think you know what I mean. Anyway, he's talking to her, and he wasn't aware that I'm sure that I was listening because I just happened to be behind him, and he was explaining to her how she'd have to watch the action of this circus. And she was saying, oh, well, can I have a hot dog? And he said, yeah. Oh, sure, that's the prop man's job. If you want a hot dog, you know, he'll bring you a hot dog.
Right.
If you want cotton candy, he'll bring you cotton candy. If you want a Ferrari, he'll bring you cotton candy. And he said it just for her benefit. You know, she didn't laugh. She's 4 years old. She's just like this. But I mean, it was a great Woody Allenism.
Yeah. And when he's directing you, does he say much to you when you're?
No, he doesn't say much. And I think what you learn is that when he says nothing, everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
So, in other words, if you're looking for somebody to say, yeah, great, you know.
Were you comfortable with that relationship?
Yeah, very much. I mean, you get to be. I mean, after a couple times, you know, they do reshoots a lot. He does reshoots a lot. And your first impulse is, I did it, I ruined it, I'm gone. you know, but then you'll say, well, what would you like me to do different in the reshoot? And he says, oh, nothing, fine, just do what you do.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, so while you're doing that movie here in New York City, as you mentioned, you get on a plane on Fridays and you go to Rome for The Godfather.
Right.
Now, what was that like? What were things over there? What was that going on?
It was very Italian.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I have a lot of relatives in Italy. And so it was wonderful for me. It was a wonderful month. I got to, besides working on this film, which is just a monumental thing in itself, I got to meet a lot of my relatives from my mother's side of the family. And then, as it turned out, I got to meet a lot of my relatives from my father's side of the family recently, because I did a film in Baltimore, where there were all these Mantegnas that I never knew about.
Right.
And then, in fact, I met the patriarch of the family.
This was in Italy?
No, this is in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
We moved back to Baltimore. And this guy was like a 91-year-old guy, and I'd never met anybody from my father's side of the family that really knew the history of, like, my family very much. And so he was telling me, he goes, yes, I remember when your grandfather came over from Sicily with his 2 brothers. And I says, 2 brothers? I'd always heard that there was just the one brother. He says, no, there was his brother, Joe. And I says, wait a minute, you mean my grandfather had a brother, Joe Mantegna, that I didn't know about? He says, oh, yeah. And I says, well, then that means my father was named after him, I was named after him. Who is this guy, Joe Mantegna? He says, well, sometime in the 30s, he was shot and killed for fooling around with somebody's wife in Little Italy. And I said, oh, great. So in other words, I'm named after some backdoor man in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what I found out. It was kind of interesting.
Now, were the family members that you have in Italy, they must have been very, very proud and excited that their relative from the States is back in the home country making a movie and stuff?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was really wonderful. In fact, well, the year before, a film I had done, Don Amici, we each shared the Best Actor award at the Venice Film Festival, and to them that's a very big prize in Italy.
Yeah.
And so I remember I got a phone call from them in Italy the day that it was awarded. I was still in my home here in the States, and I pick up the telephone and it's my cousin Pasquina. Pasquina. Yeah. And Pasquina's in Italy, and all I can hear through the transatlantic cable is, Giuseppe, you win the Oscar, you win the Oscar. She figured that was the best way to translate what the award was.
That's great. It must be very gratifying for you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Now, in this movie, you play kind of like a John Gotti sort of guy, right?
Well, people say that. It's because there has been comments made about how well dressed he is and things like that, and that he likes the publicity. So, I mean, I think it's an obvious parallel that people make, but it wasn't intended to be that.
Do you know gangsters?
Maybe.
Have you? All right. Say, let's assume now that maybe you did know some gangsters, and maybe they went to see the film. Maybe they would call you to tell you what they thought.
Maybe they would, and maybe they wouldn't.
Yeah. but maybe if they did, what maybe did they think?
Maybe they liked it, and I'm glad they did.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right, so you're off on other projects now for the new year, right? You've got other things going on. What's next?
Saturday Night Live, actually, this week.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. Good for you.
And then I'll be starting Barry Levinson's new film in a couple weeks.
Yeah, terrific guy. Nice to see you again, Joe. Thank you.
Then don't miss Howard Stern tonight. It'll restore your faith, plus the blues of Robert Cray, only on NBC.